Hello guys, it's me, Sketch Artist, and today I'm doing something a little different, and I know this isn't what you're used to seeing, but I'm still trying to figure out what kind of content I will be enjoying making, so yeah, this one is kind of like a commentary style discussion, I guess. So yeah, let's get right into it. So procrastination. Now I'm sure you've all done it at some point of your lives where you kept putting off a project until the last second, or done the same with studying. However, it doesn't need to be work or study based. Take my YouTube channel for example. I said in my last video that I would upload a video the next week, and guess what? A month has passed and I still haven't uploaded a video. So I actually think a lot of it has to do with my motivation and school as well, but yeah, whatever. So I think we can all agree that procrastination is a habit none of us want to keep. But let's be honest, it feels so good to not do things you need to do and instead do something that you want to do. I have had a lot of experience with it, so I thought I'd share some of my stories with you all. And hey, maybe even find out how to stop, or at least deal with, procrastination. So, without further ado, let's get into the stories. So, for this first story, I remember I was like in the 6th grade, and we got a project for music class. It was supposed to be an A4 paper about a music genre that we liked. And at that time, I was a huge Undertale fan, so I chose bit/chiptune music. And, you know, we had about a week to get it done, so I was putting it off, like, I have a week to do it, I don't need to start now, right? However, one day turned into another, and slowly, the deadline came closer. But by the middle of the week, I completely forgot about the whole thing. So the night before the deadline, I got that feeling I must be forgetting something, right? And then it hit me. We had to make a project for tomorrow. So I came downstairs, told my mom what's going on, and we basically had less than 2 hours to make it. Because I had to get at least 6 hours of sleep. So we finally made it, and I went to bed, right? But then, the next day, the teacher moved it to next week. She moved the project. All of that freaking stress for nothing. I could have slept. I still probably wouldn't have slept because I go to sleep at like 2 a.m. even now, but still, it could have been really freaking bad. Say for example, I went to bed at like 10 p.m. and fell asleep instantly. And if I was going to mess up my bed schedule like that, it might have had so much of an effect that tomorrow morning I might have been so freaking tired that I wouldn't even have the energy to pay attention on the important classes. And I turned it in next week and I got a 1, and that's something you Americans would call an A. I'm glad that I got a good grade, but still, oh my freaking god. We'll be right back, folks, after he stops yelling so freaking much. So this next story is still in music class and still in the same freaking grade. And now that I think about it, music class freaking sucked. But this time for a change, the story isn't about project, instead it's about studying. So we had this super important test, and I, of course, procrastinated a whole lot on it. However, I didn't forget about it, which I just realized makes me look like an even bigger moron. Oh my god. So, the evening before it I studied, but when I went to school the next day, I realized that the test was a lot bigger than what I studied for. I took a paper with me with all of the important stuff on it and started studying right before the test. And guess what? I freaking paused! Like, oh my god. I mean, it turned out alright, but in hindsight, it could have been really freaking bad. So, in conclusion, I guess you just need to work out what works for you. I personally would need like a notification or an alarm that I wouldn't be able to turn off normally unless I showed it my homework or my parents would input a password or something. But maybe you're different, so please put your thoughts, stories, and suggestions down in the comment section below. And I'll see you in another video. Hopefully next week. If I don't procrastinate, or if I have motivation, or if I'm not late.